What's going on, Ballhawks? It's Coach Williams. I'm back for another video, okay? So as always, we're going to talk a little DB technique here. We're going to talk about Jalen Ramsey. So if you're on my TikTok, you've probably seen the video where I said what makes Jalen Ramsey elite. It's his eye discipline. It's his technique. So we're going to talk about this rep where Jalen Ramsey is going up against one of the best receivers in the NFL, Justin Jefferson, and why he ends up winning this route and why he ends up winning this rep, even though the receiver is running a route that he should be able to beat him with, okay? So they're in man-to-man coverage here, and Jefferson is going to run a crosser, right? So he's going to run a crossing route going across the field. And, oftentimes when you get the crosser, you get a dig, or you get like a drive route or something like that, in man-to-man coverage, that is really hard to defend because you got to follow a guy all the way across the field, and he knows where he's going, and you don't know where he's going, right? So he has the advantage. Well, what wins this rep for Jalen Ramsey is his eye discipline. So let's get right into it. Right off the line of scrimmage, he gets beat pretty easily off the line. Jefferson starts to get upfield, right? He gives him that little rocker step, right? So make him think, oh, could this be a deep corner route or something like that, right? That's a little icing on the cake to keep him outside. Then he gets here, right? And he starts going flat. And if you notice Ramsey's eyes, they're still on the receiver. Now, a lot of times DBs, they'll be beat clean like this, and they'll start looking back, right? They'll start looking back at the quarterback. And I always say, you're getting a front row seat to the game, right? You're staring at the quarterback like a fan. There's nothing there that's going to help you. So you need to keep your eye on your key in man-to-man coverage. That is your man, right? But now that Jefferson has started to flatten his route out, well, Ramsey is also reaching top speed. So now he knows he can look back to see if the ball is being thrown, right? This is going to be the first time he's going to look back for the ball. He's hitting top speed, and he's like, oh, yeah, now I got him. Go ahead, throw it. I'm going to step in front of this thing. And what does he do? Steps in front of it, makes a play on the football, right? This angle's really good too. We can see perfect technique here, right? Opposite hand attacking the football. And then we got the tackle insurance that we've talked about in the past, where if we don't make the play, we're going to wrap around that hip and make sure we get this guy to the ground. Perfect rep from Jalen Ramsey. So now we're going to see a rep where someone does not do it the right way, okay? So Tyson Campbell here, right? If you're on my TikTok, I've raved about Tyson Campbell coming out in the draft. I really like him as a player, but it's been an up and down year. He's in Jacksonville, not a very good team. And we're going to see him not play this the right way. So he's up against a scout team receiver here and Wilkerson for the Patriots, a guy that's coming off the practice squad, doesn't really play in any real NFL games, but he's about to run that same route, okay? So Mac Jones rolls out, throws in the ball back to the end zone. And now this angle, we're going to be able to see what went wrong here. Already right off the bat, we saw Ramsey. His eyes weren't looking back at the quarterback, right? At the snap of the ball, right? Front row seat to the game right here. Fan, do not do this. Do not look at the quarterback like this when you're in man-to-man coverage. Keep your eyes right here on this guy's belt line, right on his hip. That is what's going to keep you in sticky, tight man-to-man coverage, okay? Now he's late looking back, right? So he's reacting, and then he gets picked, right? So it's going to happen from time to time. If you're in man-to-man, what do they want to do? They want to run pick routes. That's fine, but what does he do? He's beat, and he's looking back at the quarterback. Stop looking at the quarterback. There's nothing over here that's going to help you. Get your eye on your key, make a play on the football. And some people might disagree with this, but Tyson Campbell is a better athlete than Jalen Ramsey, right? If you look at all the numbers from the combine and all that stuff, Campbell in high school was an all-world track guy. But when you get to the next level, everybody's always got questions for me. Like, how can I, beat a receiver that's bigger and stronger than me? Or like, I'm a bigger guy, but, how do I cover slot receivers? Like, how can I get faster and all that stuff? The thing that you can control, you can't control whether or not you're going to have a 40-inch vertical, no matter how hard you work. Some people just aren't going to be able to do that. You're not going to be able to control if you can run a 4.2 40-yard dash, but you can control your technique. You can control your eye discipline. And what makes Ramsey elite, better than guys that are better athletes than him, is his technique is perfect. And it does help that he is also an all-world athlete, right? But this guy, in terms of athleticism, is a notch above, but he's getting roasted by a scout team receiver because he's not being disciplined with his technique. So At the end of the day, what we want to do is we want to work and rep our technique. We want to have good eyes. We want to have good feet. And we want to have good habits, right? Study habits, understanding what receivers are going to do to us and knowing what routes can beat us, okay? Knowing when we're in man-to-man coverage that a crosser is something that could really hurt us, right? Knowing, when you're in zone coverage, right? If you're in cover 2, you're going to get the smash concept, right? So you want to play it deep to short. That is what's going to make you a better football player. So that is the video for today, okay? And in the next video, I think we're going to start to talk about something a little bit different. We're going to talk about special teams. So that's it for now. And as always, it's Coach Williams, Ball Hawks. We fly. I'm out. Peace.